do some problems on the Coulomb's law. First is a charge q is placed at the center of the line joining the two charges q. The system of the three charges will be equilibrium if q is equal to. As per question, suppose these are the two charges q which are equal. A charge q is placed in at the center of this line. This is the center of this line. Here we place a charge q. The system of the three charges will be in equilibrium if q is equal to. That means we have to find the value of charge q such that this system is in equilibrium. It means each of the charge should be in equilibrium. This implies that force on each charge should be zero. Here at this point, say this is the point A, this is the point B, and this is the point C. Charge q at C, it will be always in equilibrium. Either it is positive or negative or whatever the value is. So it does not affect the equilibrium position. Now we have to consider the equilibrium of the any of the charge, say charge at A. It should also be in equilibrium. Hence, we draw the direction of force acting on the Q. Because this capital Q and this capital Q both are of same nature, or suppose it is positive, because it is not given, so it is positive. And positive will repel each other. That means this charge Q on A due to B will feel a force in left direction. That is, it is a repulsive force. Now to balance this force due to this small q at point C should be such that it opposes this left force. This is the force on A due to B. It should be cancelled out by the force on A due to C. That means FAB for equilibrium, FAB should be equal to FAC in magnitude, and direction should be opposite. To have the opposite direction, nature of Q should be negative. That means it should be a negative Q charge. When it is negative, then plus and minus charge result in attraction force. So nature we concluded it is negative, and now magnitude we have to find for the Q. Because FAB should be equal to FAC. FAB should equal to FAC. This implies that now we apply the Coulomb's law. It is K, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, and charges Q, charge A, charge at A, and then again Q, it is charge at B, and distance between them. Suppose distance between A and C is R, then distance between C and B will also R, because C is the center of the A and B. That means it is the 2R square. It should be equal to Coulomb force on A due to C. It is again 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, that is K. And charges are Q and small q, divided by, and distance between them is R. It is square. And we solve it. K is common, so it will cancel out. 1Q is common, it will be cancel out. And R square will also cancel out. The remaining is Q oblique 2 square equal to small q. That means small q equal to Q by 4. So as a final result, we can say Q equal to negative in nature, it is negative charge, and magnitude is Q by 4. Hence, option B is correct. Next question. Two identical metallic spheres of exactly equal masses are taken. One is given positive charge Q, Coulomb, and the other is given an equal negative charge. Their masses after charging are different. We have to tell it is true or false statement. As per question, two identical metallic spheres of exactly equal masses, that means say this is the metallic sphere A, this is the metallic sphere B. These have they are identical, their masses are same, and one is given, say A is given positive charge Q and B is given negative charge Q. Now we have to find that their masses after charging are same or different. As earlier told that negative charge on a body refers excess of negative charge, that is electrons, and positive charge on a body refers deficiency of electrons. Because of the transition of electrons, body becomes positive or negative. If it is negative charged, that it means it has excess of the electrons, and if it is positively charged, it means it has lost some of the free electrons. And electron itself have a mass, that is the mass of electron equal to 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kilogram. This means two bodies have the identical masses, but after giving the negative charge, that means some electrons, excess electrons are given to B. Therefore, mass of B will be more than mass of A, because A has lost some of electrons. That means it has lost some of the mass. So overall, we can say B gains some mass and A lost some of the mass, and that's why mass of the B will be greater than mass of A. The statement is their masses after charging are different. It is true, so we can say statement is true. Next question. Two positive charges at a distance d apart distance d apart have sum s. They are the two positive point charges. Their sum is s. For what value of the charges we have to find the value of charge so that Coulomb force between them a maximum. Answer. Suppose two charges are Q1 and Q2, and given is Q1 plus Q2 equal to S. Their sum is given. For what value of their charges? We have to find what is the value of these charge, or we have to bifurcate this S such that Coulomb force between them is maximum. One of the method is in mathematics for maxima minima. We have to differentiate, we have to create a function, differentiate, put the differential to 0, find the values, and then again differentiate and check the value of differential for the value obtained after putting the first differential equal to 0. If double differential comes negative, it refers maxima. Here we try to solve alternatively. We have to find the Coulomb force. Coulomb force is given 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 oblique R square. These are the two charges Q1 and Q2, and their distance between them is R. Here R is fixed and 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is fixed because we are not changing the R. It means in this problem force is depending on Q1 and Q2. This means if we have to maximize this force, for that we have to maximize the Q1 Q2 because F is proportional to Q1 Q2. Hence we have to check the value of Q1 Q2 for which Q1 dot Q2 or the product of these two charges become maximum. So what is Q1 Q2? Mathematically we can write Q1 Q2 equal to Q1 plus Q2 square. It will give Q1 square plus Q2 square plus 2 Q1 Q2 and minus Q1 minus Q2 square. So overall this term will give 4 Q1 Q2. 2 Q1 Q2 from this term and 2 Q1 Q2 from this term. It is with minus sign, minus minus plus. So overall we will get 4 Q1 Q2. Q1 square Q2 square will be cancelled out. And because on left hand side we have only Q1 Q2, that's why it divided by 4. Hence left hand side is still equal to the right hand side. It is equal to what we have got, Q1 plus Q2 is S. So we put here Q1 plus Q2 equal to S square minus q1 minus q2 whole square by 4. And one very important property is, if a is a number, then a square is always greater than 0. Or we can say a is always greater than equal to 0. That means a square is never negative. It cannot be negative. To maximize this q1, q2, if we want to maximize this q1, q2, we have to subtract a number from the s square which is least. And least of a square, because a square is greater than equal to 0, that means a square minimum is 0. Hence, minimum of q1, q2 is q1, q2 square is 0. S square minus 0 by 4. This is the maximum value of q1, q2 product. And for this q1 minus q2 should be 0. This implies that q1 minus q2 equal to 0, or q1 equal to q2, because q1 plus q2 is s. Hence we can say q1 equal to q2 equal to s by 2. For these charges, we will get the maximum Coulomb force between the charges. Next is, what is the repulsive force between the two alpha particle of at a distance of 10 to the power minus 15 meter? Alpha particle is actually helium nucleus, and it is represented by 2He4++. It means it has 2 proton plus 2 neutron, and it has lost 2 electrons. Charge on alpha particle is equal to twice of charge on proton, and it is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. And nature of this charge is positive. Now, as per question, what is the repulsive force between the two alpha particles? This is the one of the alpha particle, this is the another alpha particle, and distance between them is 10 to the power minus 15 meter. So it is very simple now. Force, Coulomb force is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 oblique r square. We can put the value 9 into 10 to the power 9. q1, it is a charge on alpha particle, it is 2 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. And q2 is also same, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, and distance between them is 10 to the power minus 15 square. And the force will be repulsive force, because these are like charges. Positive are like charges. And now we solve it. 9 into 2 into 2 4 into 1.6 into 1.6 2.56 into 10 to the power 9 into 10 to the power 1938 by 10 to the power minus 30. It is equal to, we can multiply it, 9 into 4 36 into 2.56 into 10 raised to the power, it is minus 8, then only 10, or it is equal to 36 into 2 to 25.6. Approximately it will come 900 something Newton approximately.